This video is sponsored by Skillshare. If you were to ask me what is the perfect side dish for a seafood meal, I'd reply that it's this Fisherman's rice. Its name is Roz Sayadeya and it's packed full of flavour thanks to the caramelized onions and spices that it's made with. You can get this with all sorts of seafood in it, or if you wanted to, it's also easy to veganize. If you're new here, I'm Obi, and today I'm going to show you how to make this Fisherman's rice, which I'm certain you'll love. Now, let's get started. We'll start off by making a simple seafood stock, which will allow us to get more of the seafood flavour into the rice. Like I mentioned, you can really use any kind of seafood for this rice, or you could remove the seafood completely and make a vegan version. Today I chose to use 500 grams or 1 pound of whole prawns, but you could easily replace this with mussels or even mushrooms. Feel free to add whatever seafood you want into the stock, and you can easily double the amount of seafood or include multiple types. If you don't want to make stock or you're using ready-made stock, click the timestamp in the description box to jump ahead to the recipe. First thing I'm going to do is clean my prawns. I purchased these prawns intact because the shells make excellent stock, and it's easy to overcook the flesh itself. We'll start by removing their heads, and you can do this by twisting the head off, or you can find the gap between the shell and the head and then just slice through it. Keep the heads aside and repeat the same thing for all your prawns. Once you've done that, we'll remove the shells, which are surrounding the actual prawn flesh. You can do this by putting something like a knife between the shell sections and the actual flesh of the prawn. Once you've done this from the front of the prawn all the way to the back, you should be able to easily peel the shell off of the prawn. Make sure to keep these and the heads as we'll use them for the stock. Now we've got to clean the prawns, and we'll do that by removing their poop line, which is this little string shaped thing that runs along their back. The method I use is to slice into the back of each prawn, just going a few millimeters deep, and making sure to slice from the top of the prawn to the tail. That should expose the poop line, which you can then pull out using a knife. As you can see, the prawn is now nice and clean on the inside. The final thing to do is to give the prawns a wash, just making sure to clean where the poop line was. You also want to wash the shells and heads, giving them a good rinse before setting them aside. If you want more detailed steps for how to clean and deshell your prawns, there are loads of detailed videos on YouTube. Onto the stock, and I placed a large pot on the stove over high heat, then I added in 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Once that had heated up, I poured in the shells and heads that I got from my prawns. Stir fry these for about 2 minutes, and during that time they will turn a beautiful orange colour. If you're using another kind of seafood, this searing process might not be necessary. Once they are a bright orange colour, I added in 1 onion which I roughly chopped and 1 tomato which I scored on one side. I was all out of celery so I didn't add any in, but I'd recommend roughly chopping and adding 1 large stick. Next I added 4 small cloves of garlic and gave the pot a quick stir before I added the spices. These were half a teaspoon each of coriander seeds and cumin seeds, celery salt in the place of the celery, and black pepper. Finally, I added 1 teaspoon of salt and a small bunch of fresh coriander before filling the pot with 2 litres of water. Let the pot come to a boil, and when it does, turn the heat down to medium. Use a ladle or a spoon to skim off any foam which has accumulated, then let this simmer for about half an hour. When the time is up, your stock will have infused well, and it should taste really good. You should now pour this out into a bowl or jug, using a strainer to remove the shells and the vegetables. That's how you make a basic Middle Eastern seafood stock, and you can always add more varieties of seafood to intensify the flavours. Now let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. As someone who'd never filmed anything before starting my channel, my first videos really weren't that great. Skillshare has been really useful so that I can learn how to properly film and edit my videos so they're more engaging and useful to you. There are classes covering topics from productivity and marketing to web development and creative writing, which allows you to explore new skills, deepen your passions, and get lost in your creativity. One recent class that I've been watching is YouTube Success, Script Shoot and Edit with MKBHD, taught by the man himself, Marques Brownlee. My important takeaway from that video is to make what you'd want to watch. So when I'm filming, I ask myself, what details in these recipes will my viewers appreciate? Skillshare are always adding new premium classes to their catalogue, and best of all, there are no ads, so you can stay focused and learn the skills you want. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box will get a free trial so you can explore your creativity too. Thank you Skillshare, now let's get back to the recipe. Now that we have the stock, we can make the rice. The key component of this is 4 onions, which we will caramelize. Dice your onions into a medium dice, as they'll shrink a lot when they're cooked. You'll also need to slice a hot green chilli into circles, but you can leave it off if you don't want any heat. Last thing you'll prepare is the rice itself, and I'm using Egyptian short grain rice. This recipe also works great with long grain rices like Uncle Ben's, and you'll need to use 2 cups of rice for this recipe. Make sure you wash this the legally obligated 3 times until the water runs clear, otherwise your rice will end up sticky and mushy. Pour your washed rice out into a strainer and allow this to dry while we cook the onions. In a pot over medium-high heat, pour in 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Allow this to heat up, and when ready, add in your 4 diced onions. Toss these really well in the oil, and at first it will feel like the pot is really full, but they'll quickly start to break down. You want to cook these for about 30 minutes, and every minute or 2 you'll stir the pot to make sure the onions don't stick. And once they reach this colour, you should constantly mix them, as they'll have started to get a bit sticky. Once they reach this dark coffee colour, the onions are done, and we're ready to make the rice. Pour about 2 cups of stock into the pot, and mix it well with the onions, making sure to deglaze the bottom of the pot. You can now add in the sliced green chilies, then you'll follow that up with half a teaspoon of black pepper, a quarter teaspoon of cumin, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Stir this together well, then allow the pot to come to a boil. This should boil for about 5 to 10 minutes, during which the liquid will absorb the flavour and colour of the caramelized onions, which is why the rice has its deep brown colour. When it's done boiling, add in the washed rice. Mix this well with the liquid, then spread it out into an even layer in the pot. Top this up with more liquid until the rice grains are all fully submerged. We'll now bring the pot to a boil, but we'll have to turn the heat down to medium to prevent the base of the pot from burning. Cover it with a tight-fitting lid, then every couple of minutes give it a stir just to stop the rice from sticking. After about 5 to 10 minutes, the liquid should have fallen below the level of the rice. When that happens, turn the heat down to low and recover the pot. This needs to steam for about 20 minutes, and you don't want to mix the pot anymore, so I prepared the prawns while waiting. In a bowl, I combine them with a quarter teaspoon of cumin, an eighth of a teaspoon of black pepper, a quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 clove of minced garlic, and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Mix this up really well until well combined, and the prawns look something like this. Halfway through your rice steaming, you can add the prawns on top of the rice. Try to evenly space the prawns, then cover the pot once more and allow it to cook for the remaining 10 minutes. When the time was up, you can see the prawns are pretty much perfectly cooked, and the rice has dried out quite a bit. You can now mix the rice to combine it with the prawns, or you can serve them separately. If you feel your rice is a little wet, you can leave this to steam uncovered for a few more minutes, but I'd recommend you remove the prawns so that they don't overcook. I've plated mine up with a load of red and green chilies, and I'll be serving it alongside a butterflied sea bass. Now, let's check out the taste test. Man, that's good. What makes this rice so perfect for seafood is that it has a slightly sweet flavour from the caramelized onions. The flavour complements the natural sweetness of seafood, and it goes particularly well with prawns. The stock we made just adds another layer of flavours, and I'm sure that if you were to veganise this, it would still be great. No matter what you are serving this rice with, I'm sure that you'll really enjoy it. If you make this rice, send me a photo on Instagram. Thank you to our amazing patrons for making this video possible, and if you enjoyed this recipe then consider joining them. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another episode.